Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this very special edition covering the Arab Summit taking place in Algeria. And we will start off with President Abdel el-Sisi's speech, where he reiterated that the Arab Summit is considered a recall of Arab nationalism and unity, and called for an integrated effort to deal with the current challenges and crises that face the Arab region.
President Abdel el-Sisi addressed on Wednesday the first work session of the 31st Arab Summit in Algeria. In his speech, President el-Sisi reiterated that the Arab Summit is considered a recall for Arab nationalism and unity, and called for an integrated effort to deal with the current challenges and crises that face the Arab region. The President asserted Egypt's keenness to take all necessary measures to stop bloodshed and foreign intervention in disputed Arab countries. The head of state also called for supporting a joint Arab action towards the Palestinian cause to reach a settlement that preserves the Palestinians' rights. El-Sisi tackled the Libyan crisis, where he stressed the need to reach a political solution that bases on establishing state institutions and eliminating foreign intervention. Meanwhile, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas gave a speech before the gathering, during which he focused on the importance of supporting the Palestinian cause to reach a two-state solution and stop the Israeli aggression against the Palestinian people. Earlier, the 31st ordinary session of the Arab League Summit kicked off in Algeria on Tuesday. Presidential spokesman Bassem Rodi said President el-Sisi's participation in the summit comes within the framework of keenness on boosting ties with brotherly Arab countries and continuing with the pivotal role to coordinate efforts for the interest of the Arab people.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and to shed more light on the significance of the Arab Summit taking place in Algeria, we are glad to be joined over the phone by Mr. Rahman, a journalist and political analyst. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, good afternoon to you, and hello to the dear viewers.
A pleasure having you, sir. President Abdel el-Sisi delivered a speech today at the Arab Summit taking place in Algeria. How do you see the significance of his speech and the main points tackled in his speech?
Well, I believe this is a very important occasion. We have witnessed the new Arabic Summit again in the under the umbrella of the Arab League. This hasn't happened since 3 years now. Well, Mr. President Abdel el-Sisi, he tackled on so many important and significant issues. He tackled on, of course, inspiring the spirit of Arab nationalism and to renew our Arabic identity, defending the rights of our Arabic nations. President Abdel el-Sisi demanded to preserve the instability in the Arabic countries as one entity. He mentioned the Palestinian challenge against the Zionistic occupation, and it should concern the Arab Maghreb countries, as well as the threat to the security of Gulf countries should concern and as a threat should be looked at as a threat to all the Arabic countries. This is the vision Mr. President el-Sisi is giving, and this is the line and the true vision we need to have as a common strategy for the Arabic nations at this very time we witness right now.
Yes, sir, how do you see the timing of the summit, and could you please shed more light on the challenges facing the Arab world nowadays?
Well, I believe that timing is very important. The Arabic nations is facing high challenges internationally and on too many levels. Of course, we are living among the bigger world, and we should stand as one force to face those challenges. Mr. President Abdel el-Sisi has mentioned that we must take the position as Arabs, as an integrated whole, and one entity to face regional and international challenges, politically, economically, and military. President Fattah Sisi also tackled on the very important point, which is preserving the unity of Libya and to maximize efforts to expel foreign forces, all foreign forces and mercenaries and militias out from Libya. Mm-hmm. As we have this vision, we can face the challenges and the crisis that the whole world is facing right now. Only if we can use our fortunes, our cooperation, our strategy of unity to face those challenges, we can succeed and pass this challenge successfully, God willing.
Mm-hmm. Sir, observers say the war has become a point of unity among Arab League members, with nearly above adopting a neutrality stance, which worries the European states. How do you expect this to affect the Arab-European ties?
Well, I believe to face such a challenge needs a new vision. The Arabic nations have witnessed a very such a severe crisis in the past decade. To face such a challenge, we should change our vision. We should look in our own forces, our own points of strength. Without those points of strength that we have, Mr. President, he said that we have the same fortunes that the Europeans have, but we don't use it, because we are divided. Only if we can gather and under the umbrella of the Arab League and the leadership of Egypt, we can face such challenges on the European arena.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mr. Rahman, a global crisis is affecting the region and the whole world. The Russia-Ukrainian war and the post-pandemic era. Now, how far do you think is this affecting trade between between African countries and the Arab world?
Well, to face such a consequence of the Russian fair military operation in Ukraine, we should stand together as one, as a whole. We can renew the projects of the Arabic unity. We need to know that we can together build our own strategy. We can, as Egypt, we can cultivate wheat in other countries like Sudan and other African Arabic countries. Mm-hmm. We can unite together the efforts to build our own economy and to build our own strategy, economical strategy, of course, so we can reduce the use and the need to whether Russian or Ukraine or the U.S. or the Western goods. We can depend on ourselves more. Mm-hmm. That's how we can support our currencies, and that's how we can strengthen our economy.
Mm-hmm. Well, sir, any attempt to deal with the economic and food crisis means finance. Now, how can financing for measures to get out of the crisis be provided?
Believe it or not, nothing more than finance that we already have as Arabs, as a whole, as a whole identity, as a whole united. We have it. We don't lack that element. Mm-hmm. All we need is to unite our visions and to unite our decisions. All we need is to think as one, not divide as a divided country or divided vision.
Yes.
We should take, after the revolution of June 13 in Egypt, we should know that only Arabs can solve the Arabic countries. Only Arabs can defend the Arabic countries. We should not lean as Arabs on the Western or the Eastern forces. Misr, Egypt, has demanded to declare the Arabic army, the United Arabic Army, is a force that we need right now to defend our own national security, and to defend our own borders, and to defend our own nation towards what should I call it, the Ashkenaz threat, which is consisted of the US existence and Iran and Turkey. Those are the nearest threats to our national security, and we should stop those threats by standing side by side, even military.
Yes. Sir, how can Arab-African cooperation help both regions overcome the current challenges facing the region and the world?
We believe that there are too many projects can be launched. We can have the within Arabic investments in Egypt and in Gulf countries, and using our own elements of power, our own elements of economy, that we can strengthen the common interests. And this is what's most important for our own best interests as Arab, as a nation, as a whole identity. We need to know that the common project, it's time. It's time we are witnessing right now that the collapsing of the European, the EU. It's time for the Arab nations to rise and to use the going down of the Western forces. It's time, because if they go down, they will want us to go down with them. But no, we should stop this. We should stand side by side and to realize only Arabs can help Arabs. Only Arabs can stand by Arabs, not East or not West.
Right. Well, Mr. Amr Abdelrahman, journalist and political analyst, many thanks for your insight. And ladies and gentlemen, now we move on to our next report, and we'll be right back.
وسلم الشعوب الشقيقة في تلك الدول مهددين.
El-Sisi told Secretary General of the United Nations Antonio Guterres on Tuesday that Egypt will work during its hosting to COP27 on adopting a comprehensive vision that aims to work towards globally applicable solutions and commitments on climate challenges. Presidential spokesman Bassem Rodi said in a statement that El-Sisi's remarks came during his meeting with Guterres on the sidelines of the Arab League summit in Algeria. The president said that this comprehensive vision is set to take into account the needs of developing countries and the capabilities of developed states with the aim to achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Guterres, for his part, expressed hope that COP27 in Egypt's Sharm el-Sheikh city becomes a defining summit on the issue of climate change. The statement said that Guterres hailed Egypt's historic stances on climate change, given that Egypt had been one of the first developing countries to formulate decisive policies in this regard. Guterres also praised Egypt's national efforts to care for the environment, to support green transformation, and to combat climate change. The statement added that Egyptian efforts in this regard include building green cities, issuing green bonds, and adopting the National Strategy for Climate Change 2050. The statement also said that El-Sisi and Guterres discussed preparations for the Sharm el-Sheikh climate change on the logistical and thematic sides, especially regarding cooperation on enhancing ongoing efforts to adopt the principle of common responsibility as a basis that governs the responsibilities of each of the developing and developed states towards climate issues. In this regard, they stressed the importance that developed states provide technical and financial assistance necessary to help developing countries move forward with implementing their environmental commitments. According to the statement, El-Sisi affirmed Egypt's keenness to continue enhancing cooperation with the UN institutions in various fields to support international peace and security. Egypt is only a week away from hosting COP27, which will take place from 6th to 18th of November.
Welcome back, and dear viewers, that brings us to the end of this coverage for the Arab Summit taking place in Algeria. Stay tuned for more updates. Many thanks for watching.